No one talks about this, but your mental health can significantly impact upon your injury recovery. It wasn't until I started treating patients and noticing things that uni taught me didn't work with these patients was when I started to go down the rabbit hole of the mind-body connection and psychosocial pain. So let me give you my experience of how I eventually came to understand all this. So I started out as an EP. I was an exercise physiologist first. And in my first job, I was doing predominantly work cover, CTP type of work, insurance-based, because, as an EP, that's more common than getting private work done. In uni, we learned that strengthening your core helps with lower back pain. Doing XYZ activation is going to result in XYZ improvement. But what I was noticing with a lot of my work cover patients was they could literally hold 2-minute planks, but they would still have back pain. Squat, deadlift 40 kilos off the floor, but still have back pain. I was pretty meticulous with their form. Someone who trains myself, I can identify people are compensating with certain body parts. So yeah, I was so confused. I was like, isn't this what I learned at uni? Why isn't this working? As every physio should be doing, if you can't find an answer, you got to start doing some research. That was when I started to realize one of the common themes between my work cover patients is work cover has a very massive psychosocial component to it, which is people's beliefs, people's social situation, people's financial situation can all impact upon their mental health, and then their mental health then bleeds into their recovery. And a lot of people who are on work cover cases typically feel like they're being misunderstood by their employer. They have a lot of pressure on themselves, maybe from their family to provide. Some people feel a sense of injustice. If you're seeing someone who got in a car accident and they got hit and now they have back pain, they're gonna feel like, why me? Like, what did I do to deserve this? These are things that if you aren't able to address or at least have a conversation with your patient about, unfortunately, I found my patient's just not improving because these things create stress in the body, create cortisol running through our body, and just puts our nervous system in a fight or flight state. And that is just not conducive to healing. So my recommendation for any new grad or any physio who is having trouble with work cover patients, CTP, or in general, someone who just used to see a lot of yellow flags in, you kind of want to talk to them about this stuff. And look, I know we have our scope of practice. We're not psychologists, but we're also not treating a shoulder or a back. We're treating a human. Having a conversation, helping that person feel seen and understood can influence upon their recovery, can help them feel a bit more safe, help them feel like, wow, someone really understands me, or no one's really talked to me about this. This is something that I just thought I just had to live with and had to want to make it inconvenient to everyone else. I'm just going to hold it down. You can be that person. It really helps because now I, as a physiotherapist, employ a much more holistic perspective with my clients, and we just get so much better results.